Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the remainder of August 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, please take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, and that was a lot, let's begin. Tapping into the Libra collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Libra not see coming for the remainder of August 2026? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. And I'm recording this on the 25th, Libra. I most likely will put it up today as well. And this will run from now until the 31st of the month. So what do you not see coming? Inside scoop. And at the bottom of the deck, we have ignoring. Okay. Why is this something that Libra does not see coming this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups, and we have the Queen of Wands. I almost don't want to clarify this for you. You look amazing. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with, not so much, okay? Four of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Two of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. All right. Nine of Pentacles. Why do we have the Nine of Pentacles for Libra? One more shuffle. Thank you. This is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Hierophant. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. I feel like it's a little bit more career focused of a read for you, but if you want to take this in regards to another connection in your life, you're more than welcome to do that. The Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Hierophant. Hierophant. It could be a marriage, right? It could be in respect to your marriage, committed partnership, your spouse. It certainly could be in regards to a community group that you're part of, political or religious, a very close inner circle of friends, family, and for some of you, and I feel like we're leaning a little bit more on work here, the Hierophant very well could represent the corporation or company that you work for, business partner, could even represent your own company for those of you who are self-employed. There's something here in regards to the Hierophant, again, whatever the Hierophant is for you, which seems to be a bit of stress. And this is something that has been going on for a while. Seven of Pentacles to the Ten of Wands. This is not like everything's been peachy keen with whomever or whatever the Hierophant is, and you wake up on a random Wednesday and you're like, oh my God, this is so stressful. No, this has been lingering in the environment with whomever or whatever this is. And I feel like up until now, you've been doing the best you can with it. Three of Cups. Why is the Three of Cups here? I'm going to do a joint clarification here. Three of Cups, Ten of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Cups, Ten of Cups. Clarified by the Emperor, the Eight of Swords, and the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. So I feel like when it comes to house, home, community, family, I think you're doing well. I think you're doing well in respect to those connections. But I think those connections are being a bit impacted because of, again, whatever's going on with this Hierophant. It's almost like you're trying to figure out, we're looking at the inside scoop, and this is your card for the week. So I think you're trying to get an inside scoop, meaning you're trying to go within in Hermit energy and figure out, what am I doing with this? So as you're engaging with friends, you're going to work, you're talking to your spouse or your partner or, you know, whomever, whatever in your life, it's like in the back of your mind is constantly thinking about this particular problem that you have and how can you resolve it? Because the Emperor's like, you're in top, top form this week, top of your game. But that Eight of Swords to the Hermit's like, but in my quiet time, I'm constantly thinking about what am I going to do about that? How am I going to resolve that? Because again, it's been a lingering issue with you for a while. Queen of Wands. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Wands is clarified by the Tower, the Eight of Cups, and the Sun card. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. The more you think about whomever or whatever this is, you're starting to lean towards maybe I just want to wash my hands of it and walk away. Because for me, queens exist in the present. They process the present, they process the past. And I have you here, whether you're masculine or feminine, and yes, I know you're an air sign, but I have you here in Queen of Wands thinking about everything that you've done for this person, place, or thing. And either they're ungrateful or there's too much on your plate here. This is a lingering issue for you, and you're well aware of it in the final week of August 2026. And the feeling is, I mean, the Tower is in, like, that's an instant. Tower to the Eight of Cups is, you know, like, well, you know what? I just want to, like, throw my hands up with this. I don't even want to deal with this. I can go find happiness, a better job, whatever this is. Your feeling here is, I could just find better elsewhere. I can find a better partner elsewhere, a better job elsewhere, you know, a better vendor. Maybe you're a business partner. This is a vendor. Again, I hate to be vague in the readings. I try to be specific, even though that they are collective. You would know at the time of the reading if you're having a problem with someone who identifies as the Hierophant in your life. And it looks like you're going back and forth here, you know, in this final week of August, trying to decide, do I just want to walk away from this once and for all? Maybe I need to turn my attention elsewhere. The problem here seems to be whomever or whatever this is, you either already had a conversation with this person or you're about to have a conversation with this person. Like, there's someone else here involved in that. You know, it's the friend, it's the family member, it's the lover, again, the client, the coworker, whomever. You're having a conversation here with them, and your feeling here is they are ignoring you. Ignoring, uninterested, played out, okay? Four Swords, they're sitting on their hands. Page of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. It's almost like you feel like what you're saying to this person is falling on deaf ears, or like they're not taking you seriously. They could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or just a very immature energy since they showed up here as a page, regardless of how old they are. You could feel like this is very immature. I'm trying to address this issue and you're either saying something, and I'm just speaking like you, they're either saying something that's immature or they're ignoring you like, you know, an immature person would do. Like, they're not taking you seriously. One more shuffle. Thank you. Who is this Page of Pentacles? The Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Two of Wands. So I feel like you're having a conversation here with someone who's an intricate player in whatever is going on here, and this person is very defensive. The King of Swords to the Nine of Wands is someone who they're either going to say something that's cutting and poo-poo, dismiss you away, like this is all in your head, or you're making a big deal out of something, or you're meddling in something that is not your concern. There's something like that here happening, and you could see it as they're not taking you seriously, they're ignoring you, or that is just a very immature response from this individual. Anything else Libra needs to know about this person's response to them? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Knight of Cups, again, immature energy, Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. This person knows that they have to respond to you. This person knows that they can't just walk away. That this person knows that they can't ignore you for much longer. They're just kicking the can down the road. They're well aware of the fact that at some point in time, they need to stop being reckless or being immature or not taking responsibility for something here or addressing the issue. They know at some point in time they need to work on fixing this with you or addressing this with you, but they're also choosing at this time to kick the can down the road. So I wouldn't expect much progress with this person up until the 31st. I don't want you to feel like all hope is lost, so can we get a little sneak peek into that first week of September, please, for Libra? A little sneak peek with this person. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Fool. So there is movement. Chariot, fastest card in the deck. Five of Wands, bottom of the deck, the Ten of Pentacles. So I would expect a healthy exchange. And by healthy, it could get a little heated or a little loud. And that might be because they've been giving you the runaround for the last week, or you've been feeling ignored. So I would say into that first week of September, I don't know who's approaching who here to finally address the issue, but I would expect it to get a little heated or a little combative there with Chariot to the Five of Wands. Let's get you some advice. I'm going to get you 2 sets of advice. How to handle this person for the remainder of August, and then advice spread for when you finally do have this conversation with them. It looks like it can get a little heated. Let's get you advice on that as well. 3 cards of advice for Libra, how to deal with this person. And look, it could be people. Maybe for some of you, there's several people involved, but one of them is very immature. I'm sorry if you're the cross watcher watching. 3 cards of advice on how Libra can deal with this person. The initials DFR, D like David, F like Frank, R like Robert, may be relevant to someone watching. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, how to deal with this person. 9 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. And they showed up here as Knight of Cups. So I feel like you need to guard your energy from this person, whatever's transpiring or not transpiring with them at this time. Don't allow it to affect your happiness at the end of the day. Now, when we have this heated conversation, 3 cards of advice for that. Okay, thank you. I'm not going to take the cards that fell face down, but I do want to take the one that fell. Oh, none fell face up. Okay. 3 cards of advice here, please. I thought we had a flipper there, but I guess not. 3 cards of advice here for how Libra can deal with the, it looks like it's a heated exchange. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Wands, 9 of Wands, which is what they had there, and King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, you have the Moon. There's something here about speaking to this person like they're your equal, but understanding that they're not your equal. In other words, because you already showed up here as the Emperor, there's something about like you speaking from a place of authority, you treating this person like they are an equal to you, but also being cognizant of the fact that they're not. Again, because they showed up in that page energy. There's also something here going on with this person that you are not aware of. Okay, now you're going to go down that rabbit hole. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That is the truth whenever I see an ace. So treat this person like an equal, even though they have not been treating you like an equal or not treating you with the respect that you deserve. But you also need to be aware of the fact this person has something going on in their life that is affecting all of this that you're not aware of. What is happening in this person's life that Libra is not aware of? Okay, 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. This person could be having financial issues, stability issues. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and the Devil. Oh, yeah. Bottom of the deck, the Hangman. It's been happening for a while. This person's having family issues, financial issues, gambling issues, addictions. Again, this is hidden under the energy of the Moon, so you are not aware that maybe this person, you know, there's something here that they're doing in excess. And it affects their structure, it affects maybe their home life, their stability, and their finances. So they could be heavily in debt, just lost a job, on the verge of losing their job, maybe their business isn't going well. They could be going through a divorce. They're definitely giving into obsession, or they're giving into excess. There could also be drug or alcohol abuse occurring here as well. That again, I don't think you are 100% fully aware of. Just keep that in mind. That is what I have for you, Libra, for the last week, if I can get the words out of my mouth, for the last week of August 2026. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.